drive it down, drive it down, yeah!
Everyone's watching me!
Let's pull, come on! Let's go!
I'm tired. All the weddings, the funerals, the things that you miss because of rowing.
I really just want to give them something back.
What does it take to become an Olympic champion in Tokyo? Often it will mean pushing your body beyond its physical limits. How do you do that? Well, -7, very, very early starts, and an altitude of over 7,000 feet helped, so I'm told. The Sierra Nevada mountains in Spain. Isolated, yet perfect, as training for Tokyo 2020 ramps up. In a nutshell, it's horrible.
Obviously, we don't enjoy it very much. It's a pretty miserable time here, but I think in my eyes, the way I see it is this is like doing 3 weeks of training in 2.
All the way in, last few!
Can you somehow describe for the layman exactly how you feel right now?
It's like my lungs have shrunk. It's like to tiny little hummingbird lungs. You just can't get enough air in for the work we're doing. It feels like you're suffocating. It's like your whole body just goes numb and burns at the same time.
Your lungs are burning, your head starts to hurt, your vision starts to go, and your legs are screaming at you. But you've just got to keep that focus.
The idea is being repeated exposure to altitude increases the long-term effects of altitude training. So we're looking for more red blood cells to make the endurance side of their physical capacity greater. And so those repeated exposures over the year make a big difference.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard. So every time the guys come here, they're on the one hand looking forward to it a little bit because they know it's going to work, but at the same time they know it's going to be a tough 2 weeks.
Brute force can only get you so far. The science of sport is crucial. Reams of data from blood samples that reveal a forest of information, potentially the marginal gain. The hard yards at altitude have seen Team GB victorious 31 times on water at Olympic Games. There is pressure and expectation to succeed. It doesn't always happen though. John Collins finished just outside the medals at Rio 2016.
Rio opened my eyes to what a results-based industry the Olympics is, like across the board. Coming back without a medal is it's haunting in ways you'd never possibly foresee going into it. You do very much feel like an also-ran if you haven't got medals.
Did win a medal, if you say you won the gold, the ultimate, what would that bring to you? Is that close your end game? Or?
Like peace, I think. Maybe, yeah, probably peace. But also it's like rewarding the people that have supported us. I think, like your friends and family, they're always just, they're so happy and everything that you're just there. But it's like hanging a medal. So I'm actually getting quite emotional now.
It's okay, fella, you just take your time. You take your time.
Now, the image that comes to head, the reason I'm getting emotional is because, your family give you,
I think I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, yeah.
I really just want to, give them something back. Jesus.
The pressure to succeed is palpable, and by British rowing standards, the last few years have been lean. The men's squad, though, have a giant of the sport in their ranks.
The last 2-3 years have been quite tough in terms of that pressure, and that's from within my own self, and that's excluding the public. We always want to win, and then when you're not winning, or you're not achieving the results that maybe you assumed you were going to happen after becoming an Olympic champion, there have been some few dark days, and it's when I was in the 4 in Rio. we knew we had that legacy to carry on. We knew there was Sir Steve Redgrave, Sir Matt Pinsent, James Cracknell, and every single day you'd walk into the boat park and you'd see Sir Steve Redgrave, Matt Pinsent, James Cracknell all doing their different media things, and they kind of look at you and give you a nod, and it's almost to say is, don't mess it up. That's the pressure that I felt being in that boat.
How much of a legacy do you want to have? You know, how much do you want to keep going?
No, it's $1 million question. I'm a bit institutionalised in terms of I like having a 2-week programme in front of me and not knowing what else I'm doing ahead of that. But rose-tinted glasses, what about the nights where I'm at home and I'm really angry with something, or I'm tired, or the weddings, the funerals, the things that you miss because of rowing, the weekends. But I feel that I will only know the morning or the day of my final, whether I have a medal round my neck, whether it's a gold medal, or whether I'm sat on the bank crying my eyes out because we've not won anything. I think I'll know then, and I'll know then how I would want to commit for my next 4 years. But yeah, right now, I hate to think that I'm retiring.
Right, I'm building.
Hold your horses, please.
All right.
2 weeks stuck on top of a mountain allows for few pleasures. Tiredness takes over. So game or food, 8,000 plus calories a day is about as lively as it gets. That's the discipline required to try and become an Olympic champion. Geraint Hughes, Sky Sports, Sierra Nevada Mountains.